We're getting to the second part of my Link to the Past playthrough on Super Famicom. If you're just tuning in here, this game is in the original Japanese. I'm teaching myself how to read it and share my progress in these videos in the hopes that it might help others also trying to learn. Where I transcribe the kana characters, I'm putting kanji in blue, katakana in brown, and hiragana in white. I follow that with the phonetic reading of the text, a literal word-for-word translation, and lastly my interpretation of the actual meaning in English. Since I'm not a native Japanese speaker, and I'm still learning myself, I'm sure there are mistakes and I welcome any feedback. In part 1, we learned about the evil priest Aghanim's desire to sacrifice the descendants of the Seven Sages to break the seal to the Holy Land, where he can get access to the Golden Power and release evil into Hyrule. The Princess Zelda is the last one left. We rescued her and left her in the care of the friar at the sanctuary. Our current quest is to find the 3 pendants of courage, wisdom, and power to unlock the Master Sword. The Master Sword has the power to exorcise the demon Aghanim. We have the courage and the power pendant already, and now we're just entering the Tower of Hera on top of the mountain in search for the final pendant of wisdom. I'm not really using a guide for the dungeons, and I haven't played through this game in about 20 years, so my memory might be a little rusty. I'll use some clever editing to smooth out any play if I find myself wandering aimlessly for too long, or if I die and need repetitive run-throughs. In sum, this isn't a video to show what a hotshot gamer I am, just fun to see what differences there are between the English localization and the original Japanese game. So with this one, we have all these little switches we can flick and move things up and down. You see we already found a key in the basement. But the floor plan of this tower is pretty small, so it's much more vertical level, which hopefully makes it a little less maze-like than some of the other levels that we have. But we'll just keep proceeding through. Lots of opportunities to fall through holes and land in the area below. And look at that, we've already found a big key door. So clearly, before we move past here, we're going to need the big key. Down we go. What did we miss? Let's see what's back here. Ah, locked door. So that key did have a purpose, and now we're going down into the basement again. Ooh, these tile things are so annoying. And this one looks like I do have to finish it before I can move forward. To do when the very flooring itself is a hazard. And nice to meet these guys while I'm a little low in life. These guys have this fun extra ability to throw bones at me. These look like suspiciously unlit torches. So I think this might be the earliest big key I've encountered. Save my fairies for later. Maybe if I'm lucky, there'll be some in here somewhere. The switch is in the right position, though, to get out of here. Alright, let's head up. See what's behind the big key door. When one of those pits would open up under this guy. I like the shortcut that makes. Worm things are super annoying. They are very unpredictable. It's nice when you get them a little trapped. Okay, well, now that I got a map and a compass, that's pretty much it. Alright, so apparently that's the item in here. I get the moon pearl. I'm not going to turn to a bunny rabbit anymore every time I enter the dark world. Which would be good, because that's a very annoying thing. Makes me pretty helpless. And there's the big chest. Appears kind of inaccessible at the moment. And that did not help. I think I'm going to have to find another way. All kinds of stuff going on up here. Big empty floor. These guys sucking my life down. This guy's tough. All right. Repositioning everything a bit. That hole looks inviting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, how far down am I gonna have to go? I knew there'd be fairies! Yay! So now I can refill. Alright, and there's the boss door. But I know that I do not have the big chest yet, and it was very clear I need that moon pearl before I even try to leave here. Apparently those are just for fun cracks. There's the boss up one more floor. Confirmed. So I don't think that's going to be the way to get to the moon pearl. I probably have to find the right one of these holes. This one just sort of appeared when I hit the star, so maybe that one's good, I don't know. Down the hatch. Oh yeah, there we go. And sure enough, the moon pearl. So I'm now protected. Oh man, I still need to lever those guys down. Remember how far back I have to go to find a switch, though. There it is. Okay. And just like that, all the monsters are respawned. Let's help myself to a bit of the treasure here. This guy's evasive. Alright, let's do this. What are we facing now? Oh no, it's a big one of these worms. At least there's only one. All the other bosses seem to have made me fight multiples. Got him. And again. So definitely the tail is the weak spot. It does look very inviting. But this sort of random movement makes it kind of tricky. Kinda gotta wait till he goes right past me. Like that. Oh, and now he's faster. But no match for my clever sword trick. And another heart is mine, and the final pendant in hand. So at this point, I should have the ability to pull that Master Sword right out of the ground and take on that new power-up. Guess first things first, gotta make my way off of this mountain. Back to the forest. Backtracking my way through the cave that I've used to get in here. And remember now that I had to jump off that thing that I can't get back up, so this does not appear to be the exit. I'll have to use that cave at the bottom of the stairs. It said this way to the village. That probably makes sense. Man, these rocks are relentless. Okay, back to the ground. I like these little guys that just throw coins around for me. See the Master Sword blinking up in the forest. That is my next destination. Take a quick pit stop at the sanctuary and get healed up. Fire is always so nice. I always say the dash run in this game is so nice because it just saves you time scooting across the ground. Although I'm never sure if it really matters because you slam into something and that slows you down again. But I like it. I decided that bird is just unmissable. I can't do it. All the fake swords just hanging around. Is this it? Is this the Master Sword? Ooh. A treasure game. 100 rupees. Wow. It's costly. Better be something real good in here. Oh, well, 300 rupees, I guess that's good. I'll call that a win. Man, these things are annoying. Get away, get away. And they're hard to kill because every time you hit them once, then they just fly away again. They don't even give you anything. Another fake sword. But this is the promised land here. This feels much more authentic. And here we have some ancient Hylian script that I probably should use the Book of Medora to read, but apparently I didn't need to. I can just go around, put the 3 pendants up, and Eureka! The sword is mine! Ooh, disembodied voice. And with that, I guess I'm almost done the game. I can go take out the priest. Got everything I need. And another disembodied voice. This time it's Zelda. Yikes. I guess they've been found. So I guess I have to go and rescue her again. So off to the church. Guess Aghanim will have to wait. Ooh. Now these stupid things are one hit, so they don't get to run away from me anymore. With many of these games, going ahead with all due urgency. Got things we can do up on top of the mountain again. The long trek back up. Basically going back to the tower. I believe I can now deal with the bridge. Apparently my recording was lagging a little there. Sorry about the lurchies. Alright, now that I have the book and the magic sword, or the master sword, I can handle this. So up it goes, boom! Destroyed this ancient historical artifact, and received the magic metal for ether, which basically means I can call down lightning. And with that, I should be good to get back down the mountain now. Let's see what's going on here at the church. Oh no, where's Zelda? The priest doesn't look like he's in good shape. I'm too late. I guess the detour up the mountain wasn't such a good idea after all. The top room in the castle tower. So we haven't been in the castle tower yet. We've just kind of done the throne room and the dungeons. So I guess I should go and check that out. Guess it's always useful to know where these are. It's always nice to get a few of the collection tasks out of the way. Man, that was heavy. So many bombs. Come back here, fairy. Thank you. Get in my jar. Into the familiar gates of the castle. I feel like I've defeated these guards many times, but they always come back. They're just like the cat. I don't think the throne room is where I need to be. Here we go. The rooftop and this barrier that I couldn't break without the Master Sword. So from one tower to another. Ooh, these guys suck. They always hit me so hard. Ooh, the stun from the boomerang does not last long with them. Convenient to have keys just in every room where the door lock is. Little maze rooms are kind of irritating. There's a little block that I can probably push to do something. Well, that didn't actually do much, but I have my key anyway. So in we go. Strange way to build a tower, just pitch black, no windows of any kind. A lot of fun for these guards just hanging out in the darkness. At least they're generous with the hearts and all that. Pretty tall tower, actually. Gonna have to mine this for every heart I can, apparently. And apparently arrows. And then I apparently got confused and went the wrong way. Well, I guess that's helpful to know. Don't stab him directly. At least I got lots of fairies, so I suppose if I find myself in a bit of trouble, I'll be fine. It's sort of an awkward way to come up the top of the stairs. Alright, this kind of looks like a boss door. Oop, and here we are. Apparently my arrival was not a surprise. Hey, don't make Zelda disappear. I just came here to rescue her. No. This guy really sucks. Going disappearing on me. He didn't go far. Alright. Guess that's what Sahasrara meant. Those ones are sucky. Oop. When he goes up there, we know better. He's taking quite the beating. Man, those things suck. He doesn't shoot it too often. Oh, and what happened? He's not going to allow this to continue, apparently. Drawing me into the dark world. Ooh, this is different. But I'm not a bunny. So the moon pearl is clearly working. And apparently Sahasrara has the ability to telepathically follow me around even here, so that's good. And surprisingly, I need to find the golden power. Imagine that, a video game introducing some big thing that I'm gonna actually have to interact with. Temple of Darkness, so that'll definitely be the first place I need to go. As Sahasrara so kindly let me know. It's basically the Dark World version of the Eastern Temple. But before I go there, I believe there is some loot for me up this way. Those stupid bees. Well, the magic shop has become a slightly more general store. And I don't know if red potions are that helpful. I kind of like the fairies better. I know they don't fully restore my health the way a red potion does, but the automation factor's nice. So I'm notoriously bad for not really keeping an eye on my health and then just dying when I have all this, like, health restoring stuff handy. Where were these guys earlier? Like enemies that regularly put stuff in larger quantities of rupees. The Pond of Calamity does not sound as inviting as the Waterfall of Wishes. Aha! This game is hilarious. There are like so many guys that you're pissing off because you're disturbing their sleep, and instead of like zapping me or killing me, they just give me something nice. So I can now create earthquakes that the enemies around me will not appreciate. Alright, the entrance here is pretty familiar, although now that I'm in here, it's a little different looking. This whole hedge garden with these secret little tunnels. There's a little building that I should check out. Bomb guys are tough. Kind of remind me of the little sort of grizzly guys that throw the sparkler things at you in Zelda 2. The immediate predecessor to this game. Look at this little tree. Apparently he was a normal person that got turned into a tree when he came to visit this land in search of the golden power. So he's one of those treasure hunter types. Now just gotta navigate the maze here. Little sort of arrows on the ground might be useful. When you look at the tree canopy, you can kind of see where the passages are. Oddly, this also kind of reminds me of the cave maze in Zelda 2 near Death Mountain. Ooh, now I suddenly have this little monkey guy following me. Kiki the Saru. Apparently he wants 10 rupees. Because they're so pretty. Everybody likes rupees in this game. Ooh, this is looking promising. Oh no, the door's blocked. 100 rupees this time. But he'll open the door for me. I guess we can allow that. As long as I get something for it. So the dungeons get a little bigger and a little more complex as we move forward. So I'll do my best here. But as with all Zeldas and all dungeons, the key is to just explore. Now we're getting Zelda talking to me through these things. Turtle Rock in Death Mountain is where she seems to be handing out. I believe Death Mountain is the Dark World side of Mount Hibra, which was the Light World one that I was just at. These guys are weird, they just kind of mirror my movements. Apparently the red guy is resistant to the sword, and he also shoots fire at me if I stare at him directly. So I'm guessing arrows are the way to go. Seems like I might have to make him walk into my arrow. And apparently I need to get the hang of that a little. Treacherous. Ah, my map. That's helpful. These dungeons get more complex. I can actually make use of it a lot more. Now, there's still a lot of dark spaces on this map. So clearly I've barely scratched the surface. But we'll press on. Oh, I like these guys. Can't hurt them. Not even bombs, huh? Oh, of course. These guys are going to be a trial. It was a close call, so was that. At least I think they're gone now. Nice. Gotta get clever with these things. This is like not the most accessible of treasure chests. Aha, and the compass. It's like another treasure room. Oh, rooms everywhere. see. I'm trying to remember where. I think. Right. On the upper floor. I think if I bomb this up, I can go down here. Get access to this upper ledge that I was unable to reach before. Here's this silly treasure chest that I keep seeing, and aha, the big key. So I'll confess, I did some editing here. I probably had like half an hour of wandering around lost. So that was a sneaky big key to get to. So any little discontinuities, please forgive. But I thought it was probably not fun to watch me just be aimless for a while. And one of these little maze rooms with full of these little fire dudes. Ooh, the MC Hammer. One almost starts to wonder if this game was created in the early mid-90s. And I can smash these little skulls instead of picking them up. I can also knock these guys on their back and actually hurt them, which is kind of a nice change. Put the statue on the switch and open the door. More of these stupid things. Oh wow. They do not respond well to the hammer. Good to know. In one of my aimless wanderings, I must have opened this up, but you shoot the statue in the eye, and the wall moves. Lets that all open up. And here we go, in this door. So many of these things. Alright, that was a lot. Okay, now I'm in the bottom of that little area with all the coins. Ooh, and the boss door with the big key. And the boss right there. So I guess a hammer will chip away at this mask. Tail's fun. Ooh. It hits hard. But now the mask's gone. I think I need to do some arrows, just like so. Look at that nice green thing that was all covered up. Ouch, some of this stuff hurts. The lag to shoot arrows is definitely challenging. Thank goodness I've got a full set of fairy bottles. Alright. And that was all it took. I'll collect that last heart piece. Ooh, I got my second row started. Instead of a pendant, now I'm getting crystals. As had been hinted at in my inventory screen. And here we have one of the descendants of the 7 sages that I have apparently unsacrificed. And we're learning that the golden power is in fact the Triforce that we were so eagerly collecting in the last 2 games. I believe this game is intended to be a prequel. According to my Zelda encyclopedia, The first two games, Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, while sequential, are kind of way down the end of the timeline, on an unfortunate branch of the timeline. Well, in fact, Nintendo has never really committed to any specific timeline for these games or any direct canon or continuity. There are many, many relationships, but as we know, RPGs don't feel the need to do that too much. Final Fantasy, or Dragon Quest even, beyond its trilogies that it had early on. So some of the games are tied together and some are not. But with the acquisition of the hammer, a lot of things have now been made available to us. So we'll do some more collecting. Keep maxing out my rupees. Need to spend them more. Here's the first barrier we can now surpass. A bomb shop. I believe that becomes important later. Ooh, sneaky. Beginning my work collecting another foursome. But you may also remember this little pond of happiness here, or fountain of happiness, whatever. So now that I actually have all these rupees, I might be able to actually do something with it. Basically, every time I get 100 rupees in here, my amount of bombs or my amount of arrows I hold will increase. So it takes a while, so I'm just going to do this in fast motion and max out what I can with the money that I have. I don't think I can get everything all the way to max, but I can probably make some pretty big headway. Alright, now that I'm poor again, it's time to mosey on around. Their little warp pad. It's funny how they're just kind of all over the place once you start finding them. You just have to have enough equipment to access them. That looks like a suspicious piece of wall. Kaboom. Ooh. Throwback, way back to the original. It's a secret to everyone. It's proof that not all monsters are in fact bad guys. Slowly start making my way over to the village of outcasts. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Once again, down to half a heart. Feels like the story of my life in these areas. That beeping noise makes everything so much more relaxing. But this I approve of. And that as well. Only 2 more to go. Like that the hearts reset every time I go in. Much more comfortable. Now getting into that little area where that flute boy with all the animals was. And now there's somebody who looks very different in place here. And apparently this is in fact the flute boy. He found himself in the dark world and was transformed into this shape and became trapped here. But apparently he's hidden his ocarina and would like me to find it. So I guess I can give it a whirl. And I just so happen to have a convenient way to head right back there. And there he is, playing for the happy little animals. And I'll just try using that shovel he gave me. And there it is. Right where he said it would be, under the flowers. Oop. And that was enough to get all the animals running away, and he's faded off into the sunset again. Meanwhile, back in the dark world, return his ocarina to him. But apparently, he doesn't feel like he can play it anymore, so he's going to give it back to me. And apparently he's also fading away. But one last time, hearing the sweet tones will make him happy. And now he is one with the forest forever. The ocarina can be quite useful here in the light world. I just need to activate it so that it will work properly. And to do that, I have to go back to Kakariko Village. I play it here at the old weather vane. Destruction happens, and the bird is free. And he will fly away. But from here on out, if I play the ocarina, I will summon this bird, and he will carry me to a destination of my choosing. From those that were included in the list of places he'll take me anyway. But it's a nice way to fast travel around the map. No. I thought it'd be funny to see if I could smash his stuff, but apparently not. Yeah. I didn't kidnap the princess, I swear. Now I can get down here. In this suspicious little spot. Throw a little magic powder in. And woof! A little mini demon. He did not like me to open up his sleep, so he's going to get some revenge on me. And half my magic. But apparently he doesn't know what he's doing very well. So what he actually did was make my magic cost half as much as it used to. So I have much more oomph with my power. I can go farther with things that used to drain me out super fast. Now they only drain me out sort of fast. Above that was the blacksmith's house, but I do not need to go there just yet. Ooh, stupid landmines. What kind of place is Hyrule anyway with these landmines everywhere? The fake swords are missing now. Guess they aren't needed anymore now that the real one has been claimed. And I'm trying to remember where it is. There's a place I need to go in the forest. But I think it might be one of the other entrances. Ooh, bombs, I'll take them. Nope, need my level 2 lift for that. And I have not upgraded the glove just yet. The Lost Woods. Finally, keep ramming trees, and I knew they could drop stuff, but never seemed to happen. Here we go, finding the back way in. Now they're just dropping stuff all over the place. Aha! Dark World chickens are much less appealing looking. Okay, now we can properly explore the village of outcasts. Not quite as many things as Kakariko Village had, but it's still got some secrets and treasures for me, so let's dig in. So here's number 1. We have a little game where we get to open a couple chests. See, he won't let me go more than 2. So I have to kind of reset it. But there is the opportunity to get a heart piece here, and rather than watch it slowly, let me go through. There we go. Got the 3rd piece, and now I can be done with this. Much less well kept of a village than the other one. Even though some of the houses do look kind of fancy. Mostly they're just kind of run down. And I thought I put that bomb in a dumb place, but it apparently was good enough. Getting that rupee collection built up again. Only people with rupees are welcome in the Outcast Village. Not a surprise, I suppose. Another shop that's selling stuff that I don't need that much. Here we have random treasure chest. Ooh, that was kind of a waste, actually. I did not actually need 300 rupees right now. Oh well. Easy come, easy go. Pretty well-signed little village. Alright, up here where the sanctuary was, all we have here is just a little cave. Looks like another guy that came over and got changed. But he'll tell me something for 20 rupees. Why not? What do you got? Beautiful person inside the pyramid. And I need a special bomb to open it. Hence why I feel like that bomb shop we were talking about earlier might be a place of interest down the road. And here we have the stairs to nowhere. What could that be all about? As per usual, we'll check this out. And look at this, a previously inaccessible cave. What could be in here? Bunch of jars with some bombs. And then a conveniently bombable wall. And a heart piece. There we go. I'm all full up. There's another one. And that merged me into the wall, so that don't work. Gotta come at it from the other angle here. It's better. And another little spot that we hadn't dealt with before. So what's down here? Ooh, the magic cape. This one can turn me invisible and make me invulnerable at the same time for as long as my magic meter lasts, which isn't super long. Another time it merged me into the bricks. That's no good, so I gotta come down and try it again. Take this chance to fill up my fairies again. It's kind of a funny thing. I always assume, like, we're not being very nice to the fairies by putting them in a jar, because I would assume if they wanted to hang out with me and heal me when I need it, that they would just sort of do it without needing to be captured. Unless they think the jar's comfortable. I don't know. I can't speak for being a fairy in Hyrule, because I've never been one. It is kind of satisfying taking those guys out, even if I don't need the bombs. Stupid things are kind of the same as those really annoying ones in the other world. Except they don't run away, so that's kind of helpful. Here we have a tree that looks a little bit of a different color than everybody else. And it's got that little cut line in it. So what happens if we smash you? Ah. Oh, down we go. More fairies. Looks like I can still use one. So let's catch you. And for some reason, wander away without capturing the rest of them. Okay. Starting the new one. Only 3 more to go. Yeah, trying out the flute. So these are all the different places I can go. Back to where it all began. The old water sluice. Bit of deja vu. I've just been over here. Alright, here we have the digging game. So he'll let me spend 30 minutes, I guess it's closer to 30 seconds, digging up holes, and however many I can dig, whatever I dig up I get to keep. So this is another place where we can get a heart piece if we're just so lucky. I'm not sure how long it will take to get so lucky, but I'll just keep going. But it costs less to do a game than usually you get in rupees, so in theory, I guess I can just do it forever until I get lucky enough. Alright, no more digging. So now that I kind of have that collected, I guess I'll just have to leave the scene and restart it. So I don't really want to come back and do it again, so let me just do it and get it. So we'll just do this in fast mode. It turns out I wasn't very lucky, so it took me quite a few tries, so that's why I'm doing it in a pretty aggressively fast mode, just to make it so this doesn't need to take all day. It's kind of funny this way, it almost looks like a lawnmower. But collecting lots of loot. And there it was, finally. 2 heart pieces down. 2 more to go. Here's the arrow game. I believe in this one, I'm not sure if there's a heart piece to win here, or if it's just a way to get some rupees. Whatever it is, I'm dreadful at it. Plot 0. Try it one more time, I suppose. Well, I wouldn't say I'm getting better. I guess at least got something. So it looks like the rupee count goes up for each subsequent hit. But perhaps another day. It's kind of nice to be able to just warp my way up here and not have to deal with the cave again. I'll let the old man heal me up. All right, make my way back to the top here yet again. Feels like quite a frequent flyer area. These Tektites are murder. Here we have my portal, so let's return to the Dark World one more time. Get this next little bit of treasure. This is not a very friendly little room. But let's see what we can do. Magic cape on. Probably should be dashing, but what can you do? Get rid of that thing. All right, so my return trip is going to be a little more brutal. But at least I'm going to do it with full hearts. Staff of Byra. A protective band of light. I feel like it's called something slightly different in the English version. I can't remember off the top of my head. And that was wishful thinking that the bird could get me in here, so I'm going to have to go out the hard way. Fingers crossed that my jar full of fairies will do the trick. Taking advantage of the little invulnerability moment. Oof, made it. Okay. So now I think we can go back to the swamp. Collect just a couple more things before we head on to the next dungeon. Make use of this little portal one more time. Swim, swim, swim. Alright, the Devil's Swamp. No way in, no way out. I'm suspecting that's not really true, but I don't think I'm gonna try to bust in just now. But there is something that I do want to get. Alright, suspicious little fenced-in area. As per usual when you see that in the Dark World, what does that look like in the Light World? It looks like I am in a place I couldn't get to before, with another one of these monoliths. So Book of Medora, hold the Master Sword up for the Bomber magic. And that definitely looks like that could be useful. The little bird did not like the demo. Alright, so I think that means I have all 3 of these magic medals now, so that's cool. I'm actually starting to run out of room here, so with the number of dungeons left, I'm going to have to start getting into some upgrades. Alright, so I think it is now time to start making my way to the next dungeon. As I do that, just a reminder for everybody that if you enjoy this content, like, subscribe. Feel free to check out any of my other games that I've done, or let me know if there's any that you think would be really fun to see done this way. And pretty soon we'll get together again for the 3rd one. And hopefully we'll get a couple more dungeons in on that one. So with that, have a good evening, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.